Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Kunhai Whisky. This is Sun Taiwanese Whisky, coming in at a 40% ABV. Now, for full disclosure, I reached out to Kunhai Whisky for a review sample. They were kind enough to send this over for us to take a look at and to review, so just keeping that transparency open. Now, Kunhai Whisky is starting to show up here on the shelves in the United States, and you can find it already online at several retailers. And the thing I love about Kunhai Whisky is the amount of culture that they are pouring into each of these blends that they're releasing. Starting off with the name Kunhai, legend has it Kunhai is a sea creature that is actually holding up Taiwan on its head. And of all their three releases, essentially they are trying to pull in their past and current cultures. Starting off here today with Sun. So Sun is a blend of both old and new, dark and light, bringing in cultures from their past and their present natures and soon to be their future to kind of give that contrasting nature of where Taiwan was and where they are today. On top of that, all the art on the front of the bottle, which I'm going to zoom in over here, is all done by a local artist in Taipei. And I have to say, this art on the front here is gorgeously done. And to use your local resources of finding an artist to do this, besides just, paying a company, is always a huge plus in my book. So let's get into the bottle itself. As always, we're gonna be trying it two different ways. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add just a drop of water, see if anything changes up. And as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you'd like. If you're interested in some of the other reviews I'll be doing from Kunhai Whisky, links to those videos will be up above and down below, along with a link to their website, so you can check them out for yourself, learn about their releases, and soon purchase your own. Now, I've been lucky enough to actually have a few Taiwanese whiskeys, and I love how their blending jobs go. They meticulously make these things happen, and they're usually pretty beautiful. Beautiful color on there, speaking of beautiful. Nice light golden color. All right, let's go for notes. Ooh, that is pretty. That's got some character going on here. Hold up. I'm getting a lot of sweet honey, a little floral in there too. So recently I picked up some flowers for my wife, and this is reminding me of going to a florist and walking in, and you get that instant burst of all of these amalgamations of pollen and the petals and how much beautiful earthy green going on in there, but in such a floral manner. A little pepperiness in there, almost like a white pepper. Very subtle in that. A little creaminess in there too, like a vanilla cream. There is a slight touch of peatiness in there, but it's so minute, like a couple percentages. But a lot of almost like a white peach. Like a white peach, yeah. Very subtle sweet, but very fresh. It's floral, it's sweet, and yet there's this kind of an earthy undertone to things. I love that nose. All right, let's go for a taste. That is dessert in a glass. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. There is like a tart cherry in here, almost like a black cherry. That's what it is. It's a tart black cherry note, almost like cherry drizzle over a piece of cheesecake. Because I'm getting a lot of that vanilla creaminess I was getting on the nose is coming across in the taste as well. That light bit of pepperiness in there, and you know what? I don't get that peatiness on the taste, but there is an earthiness in there. And I think that bit of pepperiness is coming across with that earthiness to kind of give me peat vibes, if I want to say. But that is beautiful. It's sweet. It's inviting. It is very much, reminds me of just a beautifully done dessert. There's no ABV, there's nothing harsh, there's no off notes. If you ever wanted a definition of a after dinner dessert whiskey, this is it. Like, I'm getting almost like white chocolate vibes. And again, for me, it is like a slice of cheesecake with just a slight little drizzle of that cherry tartness in there. There is a little bit of a soft sandalwood note, and it is just invoking the palate to another degree. And for 40% ABV, the amount of character that's brought across in this showcases how well that blend was really done. If you're new to whiskey, this is a great sip. If you're not new to whiskey, this is going to take you for a fun little ride, I feel like. It just gets more and more inviting with every sip. But definitely, if I ever wanted a definition of an after-dinner whiskey, that I wanted something a little sweet, but not like a flavored whiskey, that's it. All right, let's add a little drop of water, see if anything changes up here. All right. The reason we add a little drop of water, it sometimes can help us find additional notes. Sometimes it helps make things go a little softer, a little more smooth for some individuals that are new to whiskey. As always, it doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. Enjoy the whiskey how you want to. That neat version. Wow. All right. Let's go for notes on the water version. Honestly, yet again, they are blending to a perfection because that little drop of water almost is identical to the neat version. There's still no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. You're getting still that little bit of tart cherry going on in there, that vanilla creaminess. Maybe a little bit of spice in there now. Just a little bit. If anything, I will say the floral notes I'm finding in the neat version are a little softer over here. And that's just a very small percentage. Let's go for a taste. It drinks very soft. Still has a lot of the sweet characteristics in there. I will say it gets a little earthier as well. You're almost getting a little bit more of that earthy sweetness in there. That little bit of pepperiness is showing up a little bit more with that earthiness. But you're getting a light little bit of that sweet characteristic of the cheesecake that I was picking up with that cherry drizzle on there. Let's go back to the neat one here. So as you go back to the neat version, you're finding that floral. You're finding that cheesecake. You're getting that little bit of tart cherry, that cedar note in there, that soft sandalwood note that I was picking up. A little bit of caramel now for me. Almost like a caramel with some cracked nuts over it all of a sudden. That is phenomenal. This is actually pretty solid too. Just goes very soft, very simple. But if you're new to whiskey, you might enjoy that just a little bit more. But in all honesty, work your way back up to that neat version. That's phenomenal. All right, let's talk about market price, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. So looking around online, this tends to run anywhere between the mid 40s, like 43 to 45, to just sub $50. And I gotta be honest, this is well worth the $50 asking point if you see this. I would feel comfortable paying about $55 for it. It is a beautiful example of blending to a perfection. It's sweet, it's inviting, and again, for me, it reminds me of something I want to have after dinner. Just had a great, awesome meal, maybe a kind of savory, and then I'm looking for that little bit of sweetness to it, but I'm not looking for something of a flavored nature. This is it. It is so inviting, whether you're new to whiskey or somebody that's been around the block. That is a gorgeous sip that is bringing across at a great price point, and is something I would recommend keeping shelf stable on that one, because it's just going to be one that you're going to pour every now and again and just go, that is a beautifully soft, sweet sip. And again, if you're interested in learning more about Kunhai Whisky, a link to their website will be down in the description area below. Go show them some love. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Kunhai Whisky, Sun Taiwanese Whisky. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
you know, and I really like it might